people that are over here from Iran that are protesting, I don't know any American here today that goes along with what they're doing out there. I could understand.
In any election year, the American worker can ask some of the toughest questions of all.
What's all that big fuss about?
But to this coffee break in Rockville, Maryland, came a man with some answers. A man named Jimmy Carter.
Because what they have been wanting to do is to have their pictures taken by the TV cameras and by the news media there with the White House in the background in order to stir up the folks back home in Iran. So I've issued orders that there will be no more Iranian demonstrations anywhere in the vicinity of the White House.
Very good.
Gas inflation is the only thing I'm really worried about. Yep. I drive 37 miles out here every day.
On a worldwide basis, in every country on earth, the price of oil is going to be going up. We're running out of oil. But we've got this, what we've got now finally is laws on the books that will let us move not only to save energy, but also to produce new forms of energy in our country. And this is going to mean that we've got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of new kinds of jobs that we don't even know about yet that'll be produced just as we start producing more oil and gas and other forms of energy in our own country. That's coming. There is no way to stop that progress. It's going to be here.
Yes. I have a question in reference to Mr. Reagan, if I can get on it.
Okay.
One of his recent statements that I interpreted that he would like to establish better relations with Taiwan.
Yes.
And maybe feasibly even break relations with mainland China. And to me, it doesn't seem like that would be in America's best interest.
History will show that one of the most significant things we did was to develop normal relations with the people of China. The most exciting prospect for the production and sale of American products in the future is to that 1 billion people who live in China who formerly didn't have any relationships with us at all.
That's the only question I have,
That's a good question.
Thank you.
People that I know from back home, we always talk about the United States, how great and how powerful the United States used to be. Now we are not so powerful anymore. It seems like we are second.
We're still the most powerful. In almost every kind of new weapon, the United States comes first. This involves all kinds of atomic weapons. We were the first ones that had missiles. We were the first ones that had atomic weapons. The first ones that had nuclear submarines. First ones that had intercontinental bombers. And lately, particularly the last 3.5 years, we've begun to improve all three of our so-called strategic or nuclear elements of our military. But let me point this out. Just military strength alone is not enough. I think the moral strength that our nation has and the standing up for freedom and equality of opportunity around the world is also very helpful. This country is one that believes in human beings. And we believe that you can be different and still be patriotic Americans. And the fact that we are still, militarily, the most powerful nation on earth. Politically, the most powerful nation on earth. Economically, by far the most powerful nation on earth. And I think morally and ethically, we're the most powerful. And the emphasis that we have now on freedom, democracy, human rights is paying rich dividends. We're not trying to interfere in Poland. But if we didn't have a strong American commitment to human rights and to freedom and the right of workers to organize, I don't know if the Polish workers would have the courage to be as forceful as they are. I'm not trying to take credit for it, but it's a factor.
What are we going to do about the unemployment of the people that can't get jobs?
That's a constant problem because we have such a fast-growing labor force. But we're still building up jobs, and the economic program for next year, without any government jobs, this will create, over a 2-year period, of almost 1 million new jobs for Americans. In private industry, permanent jobs. I'm not talking about make-work jobs where the taxpayers have to pay the salary. But let me point this out. We're constantly struggling for a better life, but we've already got, I think, the best life of any people on earth.
President Carter, for all the people.